All right, Shalom, Shalom. Giving all the praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rukakadash. Double honor to our elders and apostles, the great millstone, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Now, what I want to get into in today's lesson is behaving ourselves when it comes to the truth. You see, because the commandments that we keep help us walk in the perfect way, that help us deal with everyday things in our life. When it comes to family, when it comes to friends, when it comes to our jobs, and different situations out there in the modern world, it helps us deal with them because we walk circumspect and we know how to deal with our problems according to the scriptures. You see, we have many examples in the scriptures that helped us see that you know our forefathers who walked circumspect and they walked according to the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahawashi, and they always prospered. You see, one example being is King David. You see, even when King David was growing up as a young man, he was always circumspect. He always behaved himself. You see, because in Psalms 101, Psalms 101, it says, "Behave yourself." Slakia, that's the title. It said, "I will sing of mercy and judgment unto thee, O Lord, without sing. I will behave myself wisely in a perfect way." You see, and the scriptures always say, "Walk in a perfect way." Walk to show yourself approved. You see, because just like King David walked in a perfect way, we have many examples in the Bible, in the scriptures, that lets us know how we ought to behave ourselves. You see, and one perfect example being Job. Job never said evil before him. Job always walked in the perfect way. He always helped the homeless. He always the evil of man always displeased him. He didn't walk in the ways of unrighteousness, but he always walked in the perfect way before the Most High's eyes. You see, it says, I will walk within my house with a perfect heart. I will set no wicked thing before my eyes. I hate the work of them that turn aside. It shall not cleave to me. A froward heart shall depart from me. I will not know a wicked person. Whoso privately slandereth his neighbor, him will I cut off. Him that has a high look and a proud heart will I not suffer. You see? So when you're walking within these statutes and commandments, you know you know how to deal with people that might come in your path. People that might have that demonic energy about them. You see, hey man, these commandments are not grievous. Behaving yourself is not grievous, man. You see, because it's gonna keep you ultimately out of evil, out of harm's way. Because if you're you know this truth and you're just sinning willfully, then you don't have no blood to cover you. The blood of Hamashiach Yahawashi was shed for your sins. But now if you're just sinning willfully, you're not behaving yourself, then how are you going to have cover? You see? And when you behave yourself, that's the spirit of Yahawah bahasham, Yahawashi. It comes on you and you're able to see which spirits are actually the spirits of the Most High. You won't get easily deceived of different spirits that are out there. You see? It says there are different spirits gone out into the world, to deceive them. You see, when you're behaving yourself and you're letting the Most High know that that you're being a good servant, that He's gonna open your eyes to see the different things that are out there that are not good for your health or are not good, for your well-being. It says Deuteronomy 10 and 12. And now in Israel, what does the Lord thy God require of thee, but to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul. And that goes back to back with behaving yourself. That's all the Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi requires of you. You see, he was merciful enough to bring you into this fold, into the tabernacles of David. Now, all you got to do is keep his commandments. You got to walk in his ways. And how do you do that? Well, keeping the commandments first and foremost. You see, keeping the holy day Sabbath, keeping the Sabbath day holy, Slakia. And just treating your Israelite brother with respect, man. You see, I know it's hard when we deal with family that are not in this truth, but you gotta work around that. You got these scriptures that help you work around that. You see, I'm not saying celebrate these pagan holidays with them if that's what they're doing, but talk to them. You see, plant some seeds in their head. Maybe they might turn from their wicked ways and they might come into this fold, into this truth. But who knows? All according to the will of Yahweh bahasham Yahawashi. But with you walking circumspect, you're allowing yourself to walk in that way of righteousness. We're all fighting for that seat of salvation. You see, and the angels are around us. The scriptures say that the angels of the Most High surrounds them that fear Him. Just paraphrasing, but your good works and you walking circumspect of the scriptures. They're being accounted for. You being a good servant, you being disciplined enough to turn from wickedness, that's being accounted for. We all are walking down this road for our own salvation. So, you got to do the best you can, man. You got to do the best you can. These scriptures, these commandments are not grievous. Even when King David, Saul wanted to kill him because he was envious of him. King David still walked circumspect, and he was a young man. He still behaved himself. Even the servants of Saul admired David because of his behavior. Even different kings admired David because of his behavior. You see, the behavior shows what type of person you are. You see, it says 1 Samuel 18, and David went out wheresoever Saul set him over the men of war, and he was accepted in the sight of all the people, and also in the sight of Saul's servant. And it came to pass, as it came, when David was returned from the slaughter of the Philistines, that the woman came out of the cities of Israel, singing and dancing to meet King Saul with tabrets, with joy, and with instruments of music. And the woman answered one to another and said, Saul has slain his thousands, and David his 10,000s. And Saul was very wroth. And at that point, Saul wanted to kill David, you see, whenever he got the chance. But David, there was plenty of chances that David could have destroyed or could have killed Saul, but he didn't do that. Because David behaved himself because he was a man of God. You see, Leviticus 26. If ye walk in my statutes and keep my commandments and do them, then will I give you rain in due season. See? So if you're behaving yourself, if you want to call yourself a man of the Lord, you got to walk in these commandments. You got to behave yourself wisely. Because the Lord is looking for people who are going to, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, especially to the men, who are going to do His will. If you're going to do the will, the Lord's going to take care of you. You see? And these walking in the Lord's path is going to eventually lead to your salvation. Because don't forget, Jacob's trouble is still coming. The FEMA camps, the FEMA troops. A lot a lot of these Israelites out here are gonna die. 2/3 primarily. 1/3 is only a small number, so we're fighting for that seat. You see, so if we walk circumspect and we allow ourselves to for our bodies to be a living sacrifice and doing the work of the Most High, then that's behaving itself. You see, so amen. I believe that's all I have on that. Let me get one more scripture. Pick out those out. All right, First Chronicles. Let me start at 19 and 13. It says, "Be of good courage and let us behave ourselves valiantly for our people, the elect of Israel." You see, and for the cities of our God, and let the Lord do that which is good in His sight. So the Lord is looking down on you and seeing all the crap that you're doing, man, whether it be good or evil. So if you're behaving yourself, man, hey, that's gonna be accounted for. You see, most importantly, the reason why we do the work, why we do the will of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, why we do these videos, is for the elect. You see, it said let us behave ourselves valiantly for our people. The elect right now are our people. The 2/3 of Israel, we can't trust them. So, hey man, behaving yourself is gonna lead to your salvation, and it's gonna lead to you being able to solve your everyday problems according to the scriptures. You see. So with that, I'm gonna give all praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rakakadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles, a great millstone, and salutation to the hopeful elect. With that, Shalom.